Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic, Lynette. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to share with you the collection. I'm so excited to have a January collection called New Beginnings, Fresh Starts, right? I know I am so excited for a new year, 2023. High hopes that this year will be much better than my previous year, even though the year wasn't so bad, but you know, I'm just ready. I'm ready for a fresh start, new beginnings. So that is the theme of this collection. I want to say first thing, this collection release is going to happen at noon Eastern Standard Time today. So as you're watching this video, it is not yet on my website. It will be at noon Eastern Standard Time. So depending on where you are, just double check that, and that's when it will post. So first things first, let's talk about the journal. I did hit on this yesterday, but just for those of you who are just catching this video for the first time, I want to mention the journal. So this is how your journal will come to you. I'm super excited. I just love these colors, but I do have a few variations to share. So let me start by saying this is the main collection journal. The reason I'm sharing multiple journals is because this is a wallpaper border. This is a vintage wallpaper border, and because of that, the variation in the pattern of wallpaper is going to be a little different. So I just wanted to point that out. Yours might look different than mine or somebody else on the design team or that you see, but they have all been chosen and selected and stitched down. And then this little doily patch here, it also made a difference where I added it to the journal. This one here is on the left hand side, I'm sorry, the right hand side. And I left the left side blank because I didn't want to cover that rose up. And then, so this one's on the right, you know. So everyone is slightly different in that way. The other thing to mention is I thought I had enough of this old wallpaper border to do all the collections, but I didn't. And I was 10 short, which is too many. So I used a different wallpaper. Now this one is super similar to this one, but it's an older style and there are 10 of them. So because there are that many, I'm going to list them separately because somebody might actually really enjoy this one. So on my website, I'm going to call it collection variation number 2 or something like that, but you'll see the picture of it there, and it's the second option. And again, there's only 10 of them. The main collection will be in this wallpaper border here. So that's all I wanted to mention about that. So this will be a different listing than the main collection, but it'll say like number 2. I'm sure I'll add the number 2 in there. So this is how it will come to you. I'm sorry for all the noise outside, you guys. There is so much construction going on around in my neighborhood, and houses being rebuilt and torn down, and it's crazy. So there's a lot of noise. I apologize. So your journal will come tied with some coffee stained seam binding, and then loosely just tucked here in the cover is this pink feather with a gold tip on it. These are so lovely. I have shared in the past how to use your zigzag stitch on your sewing machine to add it to your journal pages if that's what you want to do. You could glue it down. It definitely doesn't have to be sewn, but I left it loose specifically in case you wanted to add it somewhere else in the book, or you know, you could put it onto your cover if you wanted to. But anyway, so this will be loosely tucked in the cover. So going through the journals, for those of you who are new to my channel, these collections are something I release every 4 to 6 weeks. They each have a different theme, and they each come with a traveler's notebook. They measure 4.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. They have 15 sheets of paper in them, which makes 60 individual sides and pages, enough to journal the month or memory keep the month or make lists, however it is you want to use yours. It also comes with an ephemera pack, a collection of goodies that match the journal, go along with the theme most of the time, and just help you have fun in your journal. So this is something that is a lot of fun for people just getting started, something that is just fun to add to your stash, or I've had people give them as gifts as well. So they are a lot of fun. So I will go through the journal first. The inside has this beautiful pink feather, which I love thinking of birds when it comes to fresh starts and new beginnings, because it's about rising above your circumstances, right? Flying high. So I love this paper. I think it's gorgeous. And then this paper on the outside, I don't know if you can see if the camera's picking it up, but there's like some music notes in the faint grayish blue paper. So here on the inside, like I said, there are 15 blank sheets of paper in here, or 15 sheets of paper in here for your journaling or collaging. So here's some tea stain paper, some newsprint type children's practice paper. There's a piece of letterhead paper with this really pretty floral pattern. It's blank on the other side. More tea stain paper, a vintage dictionary book page, a green ledger book page that folds out, tea stain paper, a sheet of heart-shaped tea stain paper that I enjoy making, some graph paper, tea stain paper, a book page, a gardening book page here, tea stain paper, a little brown paper sack, and then tea stain paper in the center. I always leave the strings a little longer in case you want to have yours dangling out of the book, or you can cut them off. And then moving backwards, there's the paper bag. This gardening book page flips out. The green ledger sheet, the dictionary book page, the letterhead flips out, the children's paper, and then the tea stain paper. So that is the journal that comes in the collection. Also, I want to mention, because I usually forget, there will be a few of these items listed separately, just a few. So if you have plenty of ephemera and you would just like to pick up the journal, that will be listed separately on the website along with the ephemera pack. Maybe you don't want the journal, but the ephemera is something that interests you. There will be a few listings of each of these separate on the website as well. But for the most part, this is the collection. So now let's get into the main collection items. All right, so I'll start with the things on top here. The collections always come with a little bag of fibers, something you can use on the top of tags or your paper clips or bookmarks. And this is the fibers that are in this kit. I love those pale pink, I love those pale blue colors. I think it's picking up a little darker on camera, but just so pretty. There's some pink eyelash trim in here, some really soft, furry white trims, some skinnier trims. So like I said, those are always fun to add, or you could add to your tags, or you could use them to make a tassel to hang off the side of your book. All right, and paper clipped to those with a gold paper clip is a white glassine bag that has a couple other smaller gold paper clips. There is a handmade bookmark. There's always just a little beaded bookmark that I include every month that I make myself. I think these are just so pretty as you collect them and they're sitting on your shelf. So here are the beads that are on this. If you saw that first initial video where I was putting these together, you already know what they look like, but here it is hanging out of the side of the journal. And then there's this little kit in here. There are 3 gold bulb pins and a bunch of little seed beads, pink, blue, gold. You could string those on your bulb pins. That would just make a really pretty decoration for your journal. There's also a gold feather charm in there that you could add to the garment pins as well. This would be really cute if you wanted to use it to make a tassel on the side of your book. You could add it, you know, to your ruffle on the cover, or you can add it throughout, you know, your journal. So there's that little kit. And then we'll go through this little blue paper bag here. So clipped on the front with another gold paper clip is a pink claim check and a lined Rolodex card. There is this blue paper sack. I love these. All right, so then there are some punches. There are always some punches. There are 4 little hearts in each kit. I love to add these to my center strings in my journal, so I always like to include those. And then there are 5 of these punched out feathers. And there are 3 little flags, little paper flags cut out from the extra paper that I had left over making the journals. There are 2 of these blue price tags, 1 florist shaped brown tag. There's 1 brown little coin envelope or seed packet, depending how you want to create with it. There are 2 of these smaller manila tags with string. There is a strip of 3 white tickets. There is a 4 to 6 inch little gold painted feather. There are 2 little washi stickers in here. They're all different, but they're just really pretty. They have a mixture of feathers and flowers. And if this is something you're interested in, I will leave a link in the description box down below. I've had somebody ask me before, so if you are interested in finding more of these to use along with your collection, I will leave the link for them down below. I will also leave a link for these. I thought these were really fun because it's a new year and a fresh start. I always appreciate motivation, quotes, things that are inspiring to me. So these are all different. In every kit, they're going to be a little different, but this gives you an example or an idea of what kind of stickers you might get. Okay, that's everything in the little blue bag. And then getting into the larger bag, another jumbo gold paper clip. Then here on the front, this is a vintage playing card. I love the thistles and the beautiful bird there. There is a vintage music flash card. These are all different. Yours might have some music notes on it. It could have a little symbol like this and what it means, but these are flashcards and I think they're lovely. There is a paper doily on the front of this blue glassine pocket little envelope. I've used these in the past, but I saw that they were restocked and I love them in this color. They're so beautiful, and it's just a see-through glassine envelope in this beautiful aqua blue color. There is in this package a mini CD case, a library card and pockets. There is always a hand-stamped tag. This one happens to have this really cute bird and feather. There is a blue inventory tag and a blank manila tag. There is also a pink guest check. I always make these bookmarks out of the extra paper, so this matches the cover of the journal. And then there is a manila time card. So that's everything in this envelope. And then the other items in the collection, there are always 2 6x6 pieces of scrapbook paper. So here is this lovely blue floral paper, and it has this really pretty grayish blue in the background. And then this really pretty piece of paper. I love the potted flowers. There is a strip of 6 white sticker labels, and then some vintage book pages. This is out of an old etiquette type book. It's from the 1960s, so of course all the book pages are different, but they're coming out of the same books. So I always like the old etiquette books and just how different things were, but that's always a lot of fun. I love playing with those. There's a vintage field manual book page from a bird book. This is out of a vintage thesaurus. This is a children's book, and I'm not sure exactly what language it's in, but I could tell it was a children's book. But I thought it would be a lot of fun for collaging and making tags and things. There's a garden book page. This is a vintage book page out of a quotations book. They're all different, but I just love quotes and things like that, so they could be fun to add to tags and whatnot. There's a piece of stationery in here. They're all different, but they're all floral. They could be blue, they could be pink. And then there is a piece of wallpaper in this kit, which has the pretty florals, the pinks and the blues again. And I just love this. It reminds me so much of, I don't know, something out of my childhood. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's beautiful. And you can use this. There's enough to make a few tags here or an envelope or however it is you want to create with that. So that is everything that is in the kit portion of the collection. Again, I just want to mention that this collection will be released at noon Eastern Standard Time. There is a design team for the collection. I will leave a link to those ladies in the description box down below so that you can follow them and check them out. They will be playing along with this kit in one way or another over the next few weeks. Here on my channel, I also will be creating with this collection. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get started and adding it to my little journal and planner lineup for the year. Things to mention, this kit is no longer in my Etsy shop. If I haven't mentioned that already in this video, I have my own website, so that link will be in the description box down below. I do want to mention though, I am guessing by the time I'm filming this video, I'm still not going to have time to move all of the items in my Etsy shop over to my website. So I will include my Etsy link in the description box down below. If there's anything you want to add, sometimes people like to add things, you know, to save on shipping and everything. If you want to add anything from the Etsy shop along with your order, go ahead and place an order on Etsy and just leave a note in there that you ordered a collection off my website as well. I try to catch that anyway, and I will combine the shipping and refund you the extra shipping. A lot of times, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, shipping calculators always kind of go a little crazy when they're calculating shipping. When you start adding 2 or 3 items to your collection, just know that when I package the collection over the weekend, typically on Monday, I start creating shipping labels. I will refund you the extra shipping from your order. Also, just feel free to leave me a note. If I didn't cover anything, if you have any questions at all, feel free to message me on that Etsy link. You can ask any questions in the description box of this video. I will pay attention and make sure I'm not missing anything there. Or feel free to message me over on Etsy. It's just a super simple way until I get my website set up to take messaging, which put that on the list. That needs to happen. Anyway, I want to help you out in any way. So if there's any questions, just let me know. Also, you guys, there is a Facebook group. It's been a little inactive lately as I've been getting back on my feet and getting the ball rolling again here. So there is a Facebook group. I'll link that in the description box down below. I'm going to start something new in the Facebook group to hopefully get more participation, and hopefully more people will share photos and things that they do along the month in this collection. It's kind of designed for this collection. Sometimes I like to share some of my Bible journaling, but most of the time I'm using a collection at the same time. But I really enjoy it when others share photos of how they're using the kit or the journal. So check that out if you're interested in being part of that community. Otherwise, you guys, that is it for this video. I won't keep waxing on. Keep an eye out at noon Eastern Standard Time. Set a little alarm if you want to. Also, the Be Kind collection that was last before the hurricane that sent everything into a spiral for me. There are leftover collections, so those will be marked down if you're interested in that and you're still here listening to me talk. So thanks again, you guys. I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.